Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon Crimson Court. In the previous episode, we took on the first of the courtyard missions, unfortunately unleashing a plague upon the rest of the estate, as is stated here. All regions will experience a growing infestation. What that essentially means is that when we travel to other areas, we have a chance of encountering enemies from the courtyard, which means we have a chance of contracting the Crimson Curse, like two of our heroes already have. Now, there are some things I didn't get to explain when it came to the Crimson Curse, for reasons, because we were well over our time limit, but essentially what it means is, over time, your heroes will get hungry for blood. Now, here's the problem. As of this moment, we have no means of producing more blood for our heroes. Our only means of getting any is going into dungeons, fighting enemies, and hoping they drop blood. Now, here's the other thing about the Crimson Curse. Fighting those enemies isn't the only means of contracting it. Heroes within the hamlet can spread it to other heroes by sharing activities with them, such as stress relief. As you can see, the new areas now have these contagion level warnings. As you can see, it is currently at none, but if I were to toss Woodville into the bar and confirm treatment, well, the contagion level should rise, but I think that's only if I toss someone else in here. Don't gotta worry about the caretaker at all. So, any heroes that share an activity with someone that has the Crimson Curse have a chance of contracting said curse. Not very good for us, is it? No. Thankfully, the only people I should really worry about are Woodville and Varal. And let's see, I believe she has, Meditator. Which means I should toss her in here. Are you serious? You have something that gives you increased? Never mind. Need to take care of your stress before all else. Also, for this episode, I went to check out our stagecoach, and I found the perfect Seeker Occultist. Because he has all the skills I would typically give an Occultist. Abyssal Artillery, so he can hit the enemies in the back row, which are typically where the stress inducers are, very useful. Weird Reconstruction, a potentially powerful healing ability, but it comes at the risk of inducing bleed. Vulnerability Hacks, reduce their dodge. And Daemon's Pull, which can clear enemy corpses. Can be useful if you got someone in the back row that you can't really hit. But that shouldn't matter. We also picked up an Abomination, which was the reason we had to restart, as I stated in the last episode. But I should be able to use them in this group I'm sending out. Which, speaking of which, we should get to it. Let's see, Volville, you can take the front. Let's see, Bordekin, you take it. You take the second. Oh, I never actually went over the Abomination. As you can see, he has all his skills unlocked and equipped. That's because the Abomination is a special type of hero. See this ability? Transform. He can change into an alternate form, a beastly form, which allows him access to these three abilities. Other than that, he's got these three to worry about. However, there's one thing you should know about being transformed is that each turn it induces stress within your heroes. Not very good. Powerful, but can be detrimental. Plus, as I stated before, the Abomination cannot go out on quests with the Leper, the Vestal, the Crusader, and the Flagellant, which we have yet to encounter. Let's see, Bondeville, you take the back row. Redemption? What does the Man-at-Arms have need of redemption? Oh, and one other thing. See this? While we could go to the courtyard at any time before, we can't go to it now. We needed invitation, which you can only get from a random enemy. Now let's see, what should we go for? I need portraits for upgrading the guild. but that can currently wait, I think. A lock of patience. Yeah, that could work. Oh, I also forgot I'm adding 2 more mods, which I actually forgot to activate. One of which increases the blood stack to 8, because apparently an update reduced it to 6. And another one which gives you an equal balanced chance of getting a virtue or a suffering when you hit 100 stress. Which, speaking of which, I'm going to go activate.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Okay, I decided to just skip ahead to the mission because all that really happened was me giving Volville the warrior's cap because there wasn't really any other good trinkets to give to anybody else, and buying provisions, and that's just boring. So, clear out 100% room battles. Why couldn't you guys have been in a room? Oh well.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Yeah, and billions more to go.
Begone, fiend!
Ooh, nice. Some good stress relief for those that typically get affected with it. May as well use this. Get rid of some of that lingering stress that always shows up whenever you first enter one of the dungeons, one of the characters. Yeah, that figures. The one dungeon I don't bring Blighting to. Should have gone for the manacles. Could have stunned it. Never mind.
Back to the pit.
Good, good. We're gonna need to build up all that blood, because eventually, we're not going to be able to contain the infection.
A fortune, waiting to be spent. The light, the promise of safety.
Believe me, I started out in my personal campaign only one hero infected, who funnily enough was the Flagellant. And suddenly it started just spreading to everyone. Because he needed stress relief, and so did others. Alright, guess we're gonna have to take a zigzag pattern for this. Just to make sure we get all the rooms, because we're not getting any scouting. Avoid the books. Because there's no item that you can use on them.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I mean, at least no item that has a positive effect. I recall from the guide that you could use a torch on them, but that would increase stress greatly.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Yeah. Seriously? Of course. Of course, there's only one room battle in this entire thing. I'm gonna be getting a whole lot of cash from it. Besides what I get in refunds. But what do you expect from a short quest? Oh, I got a map. How completely useless at this point. Well, at least he dodged. Alright, what do we got? Good. They're surprised. Let's get some poison darts going on the Arbalist. Just because I'd like to get some good damage on him. Let's go for Beast Bile on these two. Because I don't think my Abyssal Artillery is going to kill them off. Just want to get rid of the stress inducers as quickly as possible. And will it be enough? Yes. That's fine. A little bit of damage.
Slowly, Gently. This is how a life is taken.
A little bit of damage doesn't do a lot of harm, especially considering we're pretty much at the end of the quest already.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Well, this is going to be an incredibly short one. Of course he resists.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Okay, I'm going to get him some stress relief from his healing. So I'm just going to spend some time buffing. Get him down as low as I can. This bit of healing doesn't hurt. Let's see if I can go one more turn without someone complaining. High end of the spectrum, which of course I get when I don't need it. And yeah, I may as well finish him off.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I know this was meant to be a short quest, but come on. Even the short quests go on longer than that. Oh well.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
At least I got a trinket for my abomination. Alright, what do we got? Cophobe. Infamania. You. Evasive, good. Egomania. Thick-blooded. That's nice. A little extra natural resistance. Slow draw. -4 speed on the first round. That doesn't bother me so much. I actually prefer my healers go last. Like, as in last after everybody else, including the enemies, have gone. Simply because of the fact that it allows all the damage to get out that I can then have them heal.
Awash in blood and delusion, he bears the burden of 1,000 lifetimes.
And we gain our new hero, the Flagellant.
There is power in the blood, for those with the fortitude to pay the price.
Flesh is willing. Wait a minute. Recruit a Flagellant. I should have already gotten that. Anyways, the Flagellant's whole thing is that they do bleeding. Now, they can also do healing, both to themselves and to other party members. It'll reduce their damage, but hey. Let's see. But they can only do certain abilities if their health is below a certain point. There's also one other thing. They can never be virtuous. And another thing is that, well, getting on death's door with him isn't necessarily a bad thing. Now then, let's see. I had a build that I liked on my personal. Punish is good. Reign of Sorrow is good for hitting the back row. Exsanguinate is good for healing myself. Let's see. Endure. Good for a bit of stress relief, but I think... what was it? Exsanguinate. Redeem. Oh wait, Redeem is the healing for the others. Exsanguinate is the heal for self. I mean, they both heal self, but one can also heal another party member. And what do you know? His name is Gale. Okay, let's get rid of Reclaim, which induces, I believe, a regenerative ability. We also gain access to the Nomad Wagon and the Survivalist. Speaking of which... I don't understand... Well... I suppose... No, I actually can't think of a reason why you'd want him to get 100 stress. Let's see... May as well hit up the survivalist.
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
Yeah, she's basically where you go to unlock camping skills. And I may as well get Lash of Solace, because that's a powerful stress relief. Yes, 4 camping skills at a time. He only has 4. And being able to remove disease, that isn't the Crimson Curse, is useful as well. Thankfully, he already has it. Oh, I've heard this one thing, but I can't really confirm it. But apparently, the Crimson Curse makes you immune to all other diseases. I don't know how true that is, but hey. Let's see. Should I send him in to get rid of Light Sensitive? Or should I send him in for stress relief? You know what? Let's get rid of Light Sensitive. Because that's going to be a serious hindrance considering my playstyle. Alright, time to check the stagecoach. Oh look, we already have another flagellant. Pass. Let's see. Arbalist. Do we already have an Arbalist? No, we don't. Let's see. Probably gonna switch out the Bola for a Battlefield Bandage. Let's see, should I get rid of Rallying Flare? That can be useful for getting rid of stuns. I think I'll also swap out Suppressing Fire for Sniper's Mark. Because marking targets is very useful. Oh, never mind, our barracks are full.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
If you say so. Alright, let's see. I mean, we definitely need Battlefield Bandage. That's useful just because, 1, the buffing, and 2, the healing. And I'm definitely going to swap out Bola for that. Should I go for the Sniper's Mark? I mean, debuffing their dodge by a lot is going to be useful, so you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. Now then, what should be our next party? Gonna need a healer. May as well bring along Viral. Well, actually, let's see what quest we're going on first. Ooh. The Necromancer's Apprentice. Yeah, Focus Ring is alright. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, Agility Talent for the Bounty Hunter. Reckless Charm. Already got the Sturdy Greaves. Longevity Eye Patch, that could be useful. And the Knight's Crest for the Crusader. I want to bring along the Flagellant just so I can show him off, so I don't think a medium quest would be a good idea. I've already got those Greaves. I don't want to send a bunch of level 0s and 1s on a boss quest, so that's out of the question. Alright, well, let's see. First things first, let's get Viral in the first position. Musket. The Squent. You can take the back. Who should take the second and the third position, though? I mean, Bondeville, his stress isn't too high. And if we're going to the Warrens, I believe we'll be facing Eldritch. He also has Eldritch Hater. And his Abyssal Artillery does extra damage, so yeah, I think I'll take him along. Now, who to take the second? You know what? Let's take Vesky. That should be good enough. Alright, see you guys once it's loaded.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Well, here's hoping. Now, as I was saying, the flagellant is all about making enemies bleed.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
How funny that you should mention that that's better than a trap, considering we just ran into one.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Ah, perfect, they're surprised. Let's see if I'm right. No, they're Beast, but he does have Beast Slayer as well. Alright, time to get chopping. And not kill them, despite the fact that I just upgraded you. Let's get a Rain of Sorrows going on these guys because they have such low bleed resist. I do not recommend bringing the light-based people here because of their high resistance to it. One thing you want to get rid of first. This guy can induce stress, but this guy can induce disease. And disease is more costly. That's fine. My Abyssal Artillery should finish them off.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, Drums of Doom, Induce Stress, blah blah blah. Let's see. Wait, does Flagellant have high bleed resist? It'd be kind of ironic if he did. Is that the right word for it? I think so. Decently high. Alright, time to get to punishing.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Fairly high damage attack, if I may say so. Plus the bleed it induces is very useful. That's fine. Make him bleed. Make him lose health. It will only make him stronger. Oh, come on, you couldn't finish that. 1 health. That just seems to be a common thing here.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Come on, bleed. Darn it. That figures. But he is below 50% health now. Well, not anymore, actually. Well, I should have thought of that. Alright, let's take care of this guy. What I was planning to do was buff his healing received, then used Exsanguinate, finish this guy off. Unfortunately, I...
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
healed too much. Let's see, makeshift dining table. I believe medicinal herbs will get you a ton of food. Nice. You see, with that kind of stuff, it kind of makes you wonder, should I buy any food? Because I could take the chance of getting some for free, quote unquote, because you still got to spend the money on the medicinal herbs. Or do I not, and
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And just be safe? And I'm just gonna have our flagellant use Exsanguinate. Should kill if it gets high damage.
Back to the pit.
Or a crit. Because I don't think I'm gonna need him to finish off the rest of these.
The will to fight falters.
Yeah, I can't really do any serious damage with our occultist. Just gonna mark one. Which, actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have marked the second one. Because our arbalist can't hit the one in
Be gone, fiend.
front. Again, not that it mattered.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Yeah, those little buggers are only bad if they manage to hit you, because they can stun you.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
That's just spiders. They're not too big of a deal. Until they start blighting you. And webbing you. But no matter. We shall finish them quickly. Man, that is a lot of bleed damage. And he's only at level 1.
Another one falls.
Imagine how much damage he's gonna do towards the end of it. At least in terms of bleeding. Let's see. Yeah, these guys both have a low dodge. Let's just take care of that right now. Ah. Keep forgetting, don't mark the front row, mark the back. Just when you've got an arbalist in tow. Yeah, that figures. But our arbalist has yet to go.
Executed with impunity.
And she can't hit the front row. Time to use that rallying flare. And a little bit of exsanguination to finish this off.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Good. A little extra blood to feed our cursed victims back home. I say victims, heroes.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Granted, they are victims of our ancestors' greed. Yeah, gonna have to go both ways either way. No matter. Pile of bones, pile of bones. Ow, what did that one do? Let's check. Holy water. I don't think I have any of that. Nope. Ah, but I do have bandages for this. Meh. Ton of food. Forgot about the trap.
Cruel machinations spring to life.
And I don't
with
have
a singular purpose.
And I don't have a lack of scouting to blame on that. Just my own idiocy.
The light, the promise of safety.
Good. Bad enough he already causes a ton of stress with that. I don't need diseases on top of it. Come on, target my
Ringing ears, blurred vision.
flagellant.
The end
that.
approaches.
Oh, come on. Oh, thank God. Okay, let's get a battlefield bandage on him. Boost his healing, so that he can then heal himself. Get a bit of protection, and also some stress relief, doesn't hurt. Ouch. And that was with the buff. That's the thing about the weird reconstruction. It can be very powerful, but it can also be
Perched at the very
weak.
precipice of oblivion.
Yes, I know. Maybe do some better healing. I was hoping for a little more damage than that. But he is dead next turn. Alright, boost our protection again. Hopefully they'll actually start... There we go. Do minimal damage. Though we did get a bleed off. He's dead next turn from the bleeding. He's not. Or start targeting him then.
A death by inches.
Stop with your drums of doom already. There. How you like that? Me and Weird Reconstruction have a real love-hate relationship.
A devastating blow.
Good. All that leaves us with is the swine chopper. Seriously?
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
And he's stunned as well, so I can't do any healing. Thanks a lot, asshole. Ooh, perfect. My Flagellant had some lower health. I could have used Redemption, but no. Come on, don't die from the bleeding. Don't die from the bleeding. Don't die from the bleeding. Oh, thank God. Oh, come on.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
You know what? I've got a ton of extra food. Let's just feed them to full. Which unfortunately is only 4 pieces. Now, I know I'm probably going to have to go that way, but to be safe, I'm going to backtrack and go around, because I got to go this way anyways, and I already know what the path holds this way. Plus... Okay, who's got the best disarm? 40, 60, 60, 50. Well... Good. Plus, I just got holy water that I can use on this to loot it.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Kinda worth it. Kinda not. But it was free because I got the holy water. Moonshine barrel. Moonshine barrel. Herbs plus 30% damage. You know what? Why not? Give our most powerful party member. I am an idiot.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Yeah. Give our most powerful party member even more damage against spiders. Well, whatever. Time to exsanguinate. Alright, it's dead from the bleeding no matter what. So I can target the others.
Diminished.
I don't stun. Thank you. Now, get back in there and start fighting again, Barnwell, since you're not back on death's door.
Slowly. Gently. This is how a life is taken.
At least not for now. Ugh, I need to give her some anti-venom. That's why I brought it. Ah! Of course it dodges. Oh sure, now you're getting decent heals. Is there someone that's causing him to have less damage? Because I remember the Flagellant being more powerful. Winded... no, nothing. Figures. As soon as I give him a damage boost, he loses accuracy.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
You know what? I'm not going any further. Let's just get back to the hamlet.
Some experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
I mean, yeah, they never should have happened. Question is, why did they happen in the first place? Let's see, Fear of Unholy, faded. Chance to turn any miss into a hit. Ooh. Backtracker, no stress penalty when walking backwards. Oh, not bad.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
I'd be pretty damn concerned if corpses started finding their way to us. But that's not the point. Now, seeing as how we have him stressed out, well, after we've upgraded his flail and his sinner's flesh, one thing you should know about the flagellant. There's no quirk that causes this, but he will only flagellate for stress relief. So he can be very costly to cure. But he can also be very powerful. Now let's see, Squint. Nothing that makes you... or that gives you more stress relief. What about you, Bondeville? Nope. Let's see. I know Bordekin has Nymphomania. So I'll send him into the brothel. Squint. I suppose I could toss you into the bar. As for you... hold up, can I upgrade the Abbey in any way? Ooh, I may as well upgrade the Penance Hall.
Gilded icons and dogmatic rituals. For some, a tonic against the bloodshed.
And we'll toss you in the Cloister because I've already upgraded stress recovery from it. Let's see. 8.5 minutes. Not enough time for another expedition. Let's check out our recruits. Let's see. Do I have an antiquarian? I don't. And these guys can be very useful for getting money.
She searches where others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
Okay, yeah, we need a jester. Haven't got one of those yet.
He will be laughing still at the end.
And I think that's all the heroes in the game. So now we can start getting duplicates as replacements, just in case. But...
trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
nah, no, that wouldn't be useful. Can't even afford it anyways. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end this episode off a little early just because we don't have enough time to take on another expedition. And I'd rather not go over the time limit for a third time in a row. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys in the next episode.